With all the difficult and challenging events that are going on this week, the hostage release, but also the release of so many deceased bodies who were killed by acts of barbarism. And there's a bittersweet reaction whereby we understand that this needs to be done, but on the other hand, it is so difficult and so challenging for us to comprehend. What should be our reaction? This week's Torah portion of Mishpatim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, God invites Moshe Rabbeinu, Alei Elai Hahara Veheyei Sham. Send up to the mountain, be in my presence, and then Heyei Sham, be there with me. And the obvious question is that it's superfluous. If Moshe indeed is going to rise up to the mountain and be in God's presence, then obviously he's there as well. Why does it need to say twice? Alei Elai Hahara, rise up to the mountain, Veheyei Sham, and be there. What's going on? Kotzker Rebbe explains that many times we ascend to certain places, but we don't appreciate the full venue. We don't appreciate the full experience of what's going on around us. Sometimes we'll go through an experience, but our minds, our heads are just not there. God invites Moshe and he says, partake from this spirituality, partake from the mountain that you're rising up to, but Heyei Sham, I want you to fully ingest and digest the entire experience of what Kedusha, of what holiness means. And perhaps that should be the approach that we have this week as well. In the face of the challenges that we have in front of us, we have to nonetheless be there with them. Alei Elai Hahara, somehow make sense of this purposefulness, of this Kedusha, of this holiness, as we mentioned in last week's Torah portion, but at the same time, we need to be there in the moment, to appreciate what's going on around us, to be thankful to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that ultimately the hostages are returned, and to somehow gain some introspect, even in the return of the deceased, to understand and embrace these families, be there with them, and demonstrate compassion and love around us, hopefully make more sense of all the events that transpire in our midst. Shabbat Shalom.